Hey, this is Reddit Stories. I am reading stuff. Today we will be continuing with r/pettyrevenge. Hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Now sit back and enjoy the stories. Got sexually harassed. I texted his mother and told her everything. I mistakenly decided to catch up with my old high school church youth group ex-boyfriend. We went hiking, and he ended up sexually harassing me. I'll leave the disgusting details out. Essentially, he flashed me multiple times. Anyway, I was super shocked, embarrassed, and unsure what to do since this was my first experience with sexual harassment. Then I realized something amazing. I still had his parents' phone numbers. So I texted his mother every horrifying detail. She profusely apologized on his behalf. Then I cursed him out via text message and blocked him. Lol. If you enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to like and subscribe to help us make more videos. Bully gets a date with my sister and really gets the dump. I lived with my mom and two older sisters on the second floor of a two-family home from when I was born until I was 10. My sisters are 4 and 6 years older than me. Around the block was this boy who was my middle sister's age who used to pick on me and beat me up. He would only do it if I wasn't with my middle sister because she had no problem beating up boys in the neighborhood. She wasn't a bully and would only fight if someone tried to do something to any of us. This didn't stop this boy even though she kicked his ass several times, one time even beating him up with a broken rake handle. At 7 years old, he had been picking on me all day and punched me in the face. I went home crying and told my oldest sister what he did. She told my middle sister and said instead of beating him up again, we should have a little fun with him. He had a big crush on my oldest sister and she knew it. She told him that she would go out with him on a date and my mother would drop them off at the movies. She told him to dress really nice and come to the front door to meet her. We usually used the back door because it was close to the car and where we kept our bikes. Before he showed up, my sisters and I went into the kitchen and filled up the big bowl with water and red food coloring. We went back into the living room and waited at the window above the door. As soon as he walked up and knocked, I dumped the bowl down on him. He was wearing a white shirt and gray pants. Now the shirt was pink and his pants were brown. He looked up and saw all three of us laughing at him. He started cursing at us as he cried and started walking back home. Later that day, his mother got a hold of ours and told her what we did to him. When she confronted us, my sisters and I explained what he did to me a few days before. After hearing that, she shrugged it off, but told us not to do that again. I'll never forget the look on his face after I dumped that bowl on him, priceless. My music's too loud for you? Try silence. My brother was a sexist, ableist jerk. He believed that there were two genders, men, and the mere females who existed only to serve men. He also believed that mental illness was just an excuse for stupid people to get out of work and that all psychiatrists were quacks. Since I'm both mentally ill and female, I was less than scum in his eyes, and he made sure to tell me this at every occasion. He hated it when I enjoyed something, and decided that me listening to music with headphones on was unacceptable. I walked by him when he was pounding the piano, and when he noticed me wearing earphones he whined about how loud my music was. By this point I'd learned it was less of a headache to give in and avoid his tantrums, so I told him I'd go to another room. Our house was long and skinny, with the piano at the farthest east side. I walked out of the room, closed the door behind me, walked through the kitchen, closed the door behind me, walked down the stairs, closed the door behind me, and then pressed myself against the farthest west wall. My music was turned down so low I could barely hear it over his piano playing. The piano music stopped. I turned off my tunes and heard a door open. No, he is not seriously going to. I heard him walk through the rooms, opening the doors, and then he confronted me. Your music is too loud for me. You have to stop. I jumped up with murder in my eyes, and he fled. But that was the last straw. The next day, I waited until Mom was making dinner. Side note, she listened to the news on the radio while making dinner. My brother hated that and told her on multiple occasions that she should remain silent while serving him. She was not a fan. I walked past my brother as he beat the piano, and made a point of bobbing my head with my earphones on. When he saw me, he started whining about how loud my music was. I called Mom into the room, and asked him to repeat himself. Her music is too loud. It's really bothering me. "Mom, make her stop." I looked him dead in the eye and said, "Do you swear on Grandpa's grave that you can hear my music?" He said he did. So I opened my Discman to show that it was empty. "Please point to the CD that is making noise." He went pale, and Mom got furious. "Were you lying?" No, she had her music on." "How?" I said with a huge smile. "Are you lying? You swore on Grandpa's grave you could hear my music." He was floundering, so I decided to twist the knife deeper. "Oh, wait. Were you hallucinating? That's a sign of mental illness. Maybe you should see a psychiatrist." He threw an absolute ish fit. I'm talking toddler-style tantrum, on the floor kicking and screeching. Mom yanked him into the kitchen and screamed at him for almost an hour about how she was sick of his ish. My music sounded sweeter than ever after that. Hit the subscribe button for more daily Reddit content and press the bell icon to get notified when a new video is uploaded. Also, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, it really does help the channel. If you have any ideas, suggestions, let us know in the comment section. See you in the next one.